Hi guys, in today's video we're going to talk about some of the errors that you might see in Google Search Console and what they actually mean. So let's jump straight into it. If we just look at Google Search Console, so here's the article Fiesta page. The thing that we're going to be interested in today is the pages option on the left here. I'll zoom in even more for you, shall I? So the thing we're going to be interested in is pages. Pages tells us what's been indexed and is available to be searched for, and what is not indexed. So index is good. We want that number ideally to be going up constantly. That just shows that more and more pages are getting available for people to search for. And not indexed, like this will naturally be going up depending on your blogging platform. This number quite often scares people. They look at it and they're like, "Oh my god, I've got 300 pages indexed and 1.5 thousand that are not indexed. Like, what's going on? Is that really bad? Should I be paranoid, or should I be worried?" And it depends is the answer to that. So as you can see, these are the number of pages that are seeing issues and why they're seeing issues. And this is quite a fully fledged, there's lots of issues on here, so it's brilliant because we can talk about all of them. So blocked for access forbidden 403, that's if a web page is returning 403, which is like it needs a username and password, and Google's not providing that username and password, so it's throwing forbidden. Redirect error, that's if it's redirecting from one page to somewhere else and somewhere else doesn't exist. I can't show you these examples because I don't have them. 404, so I'm sure you know what that means on the internet. 404 means at a guess on that thing, I've got the link incorrect. And here again, the link is incorrect. So if I was to load these pages, I see 404 not found because it's a dot. It shouldn't have that dot at the end. And this one is because that link's broken. So I suspect that one is on this page. And if I was to edit this post and look for Tech Radar somewhere on here, so I suspect that link should be pointing at this page. And there's just been a bug. Oh, that one's pointing to the correct one. Sorry. Let's try here. That's pointing to the correct page. So somewhere on here. Oh, I might have already fixed this, but that link needs replacing to be correct. And then once you fixed it, you just click validate fix, and that error will go away. So what else have we got in here? We have got blocked due to other 4xx issue. You generally won't see this too often. It could be 400, which is bad request. I mean, we've already got 404, we've already got 403. So the best thing to do is to look to see what the actual issue is. So in this instance, I know that is, it shouldn't be looking for those addresses because they're private. Google has this knack of just pulling any old URL from your source code, which obviously isn't ideal, but that's how they work. I'm surprised, you would have thought it'd come from links, but it does literally look for any old text that it finds on the page, whether it's in JavaScript or not. I guess that's how they index so much stuff on their site. Blocked by Robotstxt. So every website, I don't know if Google does actually, I'm now curious, has a robots.txt file. Yeah, even Google has a robots.txt file. And what this says is for the user agent of star, so basically everyone, you are not allowed to index the search page, but you are allowed to zoom in for you, but you are allowed to include the search about, search static, search how search works. So I'm pretty sure if we went to google.com/how search works, here you go, here's a page, get rid of the cookie policy, and it will tell you all about, oh wow, that is not, oh no, okay, I was going to say that's an old version of Google, but that's part of their animation. But yeah, so normally you wouldn't have this many files in here. Normally you'd just have like allow everything and then disallow like the WordPress admin area. But as you get more complicated sites, as you can imagine, Google's quite a complicated site. you can then end up in a situation where you have lots of things in here. The other very important thing is, well, before that, I guess this works for different bots. So Facebook external hit is allowed different things than every other user agent. Same with Twitter bot. But the most important bit here is the sitemap. So this sitemap is what crawlers like Google use to find all the URLs on a site. So you notice this sitemap is a sitemap of sitemaps. So it contains an AdMob sitemap, an AdSense sitemap, and if we were to go here, this thing contains a sitemap of sitemaps. But if we were to go in further and it was to load properly, it basically contains a big list at every page on the website. So here you go, you can see there's all the different languages, all the different contact forms. This language is for the Spanish contact form. But what this ultimately is Robots is designed to tell crawler, i.e. like Google, what it can and can't include. So for example, on the Article Fiesta website, I've got some example articles. So like the best use of llama, work from home jobs. Whilst these are great articles, they're not what the site's about. So I don't want to confuse Google by saying, hey, we talk about work from home jobs when we don't. We're an AI article writing website, so I mean you could argue that it's part of it, but I don't want to dismerit the rest of the niche context. So that's why they're excluded. I mean here I can see that's clearly some terrible link. Like, I don't know what's going on here, but these need sorting out. It's interesting that they've been blocked by robots, probably because they live under /article. So I don't ever expose anyone's articles to Google. Like it's specifically only articles that are available. So what else have we got on here? Page with a redirect. That's just if we linked to a blog and that points somewhere else. Again, I wouldn't worry about these. Like, it's not really much of an issue. It just means that there'll be whatever the redirected to page is, that will be indexed. So that's fine. Alternative page with proper chronological tag. So this one's interesting. This one will be all to do with AMP pages, I guess. Yeah, so as you can see, these have all got AMP !1. And actually, what's going on here is there's two pages. So I've got example.com/amazing article. And actually, there's also !AMP=1. They're both the same page, but to stop Google from including them twice and saying I've got duplicate content, there's little headers at the top of them. So if I load this page and then I look in the source, there will be a canal. Can I spell it? Yeah. So there will be this little thing here that says actually the true version of this page is this without the !AMP=1. So what Google then does is it knows I won't index this page twice because this is just a copy of that page. So in our page indexing, we now see 300 errors because actually they aren't pages. So you don't need to worry about this. It's very scary for people because they see this and they go, oh no, like I've got 310 pages that aren't indexed and it's causing me a big problem. But actually, I don't need to care about that because that's supposed to be what happens. Similar thing with no index. So no index, this will be on the tags and category pages. So yep, tag, a tag, a tag, a tag, a tag. I'm sure there'll be some category pages if I jump through a bit. But the reason this happens is because you see some amps as well. Like we don't actually want to. Can I jump to it? There we go. We don't actually want to index this page. I'm super zoomed in at the moment. Like it's fine for Google to know about this page. So it's crawlable, but it's not indexable. So I don't want someone to search on Google for text editor AI and then land on my category or tag page, which is like a category page because it's meaningless to them. I actually want them to land on one of the articles that's got that tag. So I didn't add this no index, but your rank math, your Yoast, your whatever it may be, will have added this little robots HTML tag. And in the same way that robots.txt tells it to not index this page, this is just a meta tag that exists on the page to do the same thing. You'll notice that it says follow though. So what that means is it's allowed to come to this page and it's allowed to follow any link on the page, but it just won't index them. So by doing that, it will come to the tag page, it will follow the links and index all the articles from this tag. However, it's not going to index this specific tag page, which is great. That's exactly what we want. That's the place we want to be. So again, don't panic about excluded by no index. It's fine. And then this one can be quite bad actually. So there's crawled, currently not indexed, and discovered, currently not indexed. So, and there's also discovered, currently not crawled, but I don't think I've got any of those pages. So discovered, currently not indexed, just means that Google's found the page, but it's not actually had a chance to crawl the page yet. So it's found a link to it, but it's not got to the next steps. That's fine. That's just means give it a few days and they'll bother to do it. Crawled, currently not indexed. This one isn't ideal because this means that they've been to the page and then it's not ended up in the index. So these are things that, so if you see like feed, that's because we don't want it to be indexed. So this will be an RSS feed. So you don't want that showing up in Google search. It might be helpful for Google to know about that. But actually, you don't want that to be showing up in Google search because it's no good for a human to read. This one, that's a page that I need to fix. Something about this article. So if I come here, something about this article Google doesn't like. It's been to this page and it's decided that that article's no good. So what I need to do is change it. Whether that's change the title, change the content, change the pictures, change something about it. And then once you've changed it, click the little magnifying glass and then request indexing. This takes forever. I probably shouldn't have done that, but that will ultimately index it. So here, this one's an AMP article. Again, I don't care about it. This one's a tag. I don't care about it. That one I do care about. That one's feed. I'm not fussed about it. This one, again, I need to look and see what it is. And you notice I've got 500 things here, so there's a lot to go through. But a lot of them are stuff that I probably shouldn't care about. Whether I can filter this, I'm not sure. Yeah, so I can filter here, and I can say does not contain feed. And I think you can also add an extra thing. No, you can't. But so, can I? You know you want to let me edit it? Come on. And let's get a question mark and people one. Can we do that? Okay, you can only do a single filter. But it's worth going through here, and these are the ones that I actually need to fix. So there's 149, probably a bunch of them are amps. But these are the ones that I need to go through and figure out why it doesn't like it. Something is wrong with this page. So this AI write one. Something about this page since August 21st, whenever it last crawled it, it doesn't like. So if I was to load this page and just see when it got written, this is very hard when it's so zoomed in. I think this site's down the bottom. So this got written March 31st, quite an old article. Something's wrong with it. I don't know what it is, but I need to go through and figure out and make it better. I mean, if I was to check with Query Hunter down the bottom, I think we'll be able to see that there's no data. Yeah, no data because it's not ranking. this page, like either delete it or make it better. I obviously recommend make it better. You may need to change loads, you may need to change hardly anything. I can't speak to that. Another thing to look for is, are there any links to it? Like if you add an extra link to it, it shows that you think the page is more vital, more valuable, so that will rank it slightly better. But ultimately, you want to be changing this page and doing whatever needs to be done to get it indexed. There we go. I think that is everything that I can think of on here. You want ultimately this green line to be going up at all times. And that hopefully covers all of the different things that you can see for issues for a website. So anyway, with that in mind, have a good day, and I look forward to catching up with you all very soon. Enjoy the rest of your day.